We got some new breaking information on the Travis Scott. You're not going to believe this one, so keep it locked in. You already know, for the hottest celebrity news and gossip, keep it locked in here to RICHLUX. Yesterday, I posted on my Instagram story the brand new Hulu documentary, Travis Scott Concert, Astroworld, The Festival from Hell, has entered the chat room. Guys, we're watching it. We're having a slumber party, and we're watching the... It is now on Hulu.com, so you have a Hulu subscription, you can watch the brand new Travis Scott documentary. And I told you guys, let us not forget, I told you documentaries will be made about this subject. And the first one to hit was a Hulu documentary, and it was very quickly that it came on. So I rushed home. Thank you to you guys for messaging me and letting me know, or else I wouldn't have known. So again, check me out on Instagram as well. Send me DMs. I do frequent in the comment section of there as well. Okay, so I went home and I watched it, right? I had a group of friends. I was like, we're going to get all hyped up to put on this documentary of the Travis Scott Festival, Escape from Hell. It was kind of like the Fire Festival type vibe, right? So I'm watching the documentary, and let me tell you what, guys, if you search for that documentary right now, it's gone. It has been deleted from Hulu. It was only on there for not even 24 hours, and now the documentary is gone. And I think I know why, and we're going to talk about why the documentary could have been taken off Hulu. But I don't think you possibly can. I don't know anyone who screen recorded it, but when I watched the documentary, it wasn't a very well-made professional documentary in the sense of like movie quality. What it seemed like is just a lot of news articles pieced together and sits together with like just people sitting down and talking to the camera like what I'm doing. It almost seemed like very YouTube-y type vibe. Yes, it was emotional. Yes, it got the job done. I really felt emotional watching it when they play the sad music and the people crying. Like, it really made you feel some type of way, and it made me feel angry. And I remember watching it like maybe midway through, and I was thinking, this documentary does not look good for Travis Scott. This is going to damage his brand on a huge scale, because Hulu is huge. To get on Hulu, a lot of people watch Hulu more than any other platform out there. You know, if you get on Netflix, you get on Hulu, you get on Amazon Prime, you get on HBO Max. Those are big subscription services, even Paramount. So anyways, all that to say this, the video has now been taken down off Hulu. And I was thinking to myself, well, why could it have been taking it down? So this is what I found out, according to my research team over here. So Travis Scott hired a brand new attorney, and his name is Daniel Petrocelli. And I might have messed up the name, but it's there. I'll put it down below as well. So it's a very high-powered celebrity attorney. He hired him for the Astroworld cases. Now, he hired him 2 days ago, right? And apparently, rumors are circulating that this high-powered attorney has worked in huge cases, almost like crisis relief. And it really says that Travis Scott is not taking it lightly. He's not just going to pay everybody off. There's going to be some negotiations going on. And I really think that this attorney is telling Travis Scott to just don't post, be quiet, let me handle all the job. Let me do my job, don't mess it up, because anything Travis Scott says at this point in time will be twisted and manipulated negatively in the press. Even if Travis Scott was to go to the hospitals, see these people in the hospital, go to their funerals, and show some type of remorse, it's not going to be a good look. It's not going to look good at all. I think the best plan of action is for Travis Scott to just stay radio silent and just be quiet. Because then, in this world, it's the truth, guys. We forget very quickly. In 2 weeks, we'll be talking about something else. But in this situation, this very high-powered attorney, I think, could turn the tides for Travis Scott, and he can come out unscathed. Meaning, he could possibly get his career back, and all these videos from maybe Hulu and Netflix and HBO Max and Paramount Plus that might come out could be ceased to stop. Especially if the people they're interviewing in these documentaries sign some type of agreement with Travis Scott's attorney where they accept some type of money and they cannot talk about it in any documentary or films. And if that's being said, it could be retroactive, like grandfathered in. So I'm going to give you the money now, and all those other stuff back there that you did prior to this, that needs to be pulled too. So it could be the family also reaching out and saying, we want to detract our statement. We do not want to be in this documentary. And they could pull it out, which is still fine. which the documentary still could be made. They're just not going to have those people who were injured or hurt or affected in it because they accepted some type of compensation. Does that make sense from a legal standpoint? So I really do think that. So I think these people are going to be, and I think that word is, I think it's negatively used, but I think they will be paid off, because I do think they are owed something. But it's almost sad that you take the money, in response you just can't talk about it. It never happened. It's just, sweep it under the rug situation. But I do think that other people, such as YouTube channels like this, we can talk about it. I wasn't there. I haven't accepted any money from lawyers to not talk about it. Very interesting. What will be very interesting is if you see me never talk about it again, then I guess something happened. But I do think that Washington Post did a very good article about it as well. I think it's going to be really hard to get real people, victims' opinions on it if they're being paid off. Now, we interviewed a Travis Scott victim the other day who was there at the concert. I would like to say Travis Scott survivor that was there, and I'll put that link down below if you want to catch it. It's a 30-minute video, and he's talking about his experience at the concert and how he survived and left. But I do find it very interesting that the movie was taking off of Hulu, because so many of you guys were messaging me and they were like, I saw your Instagram story, I went to go find it, and now it is gone off Hulu. That lets me know that it was pulled down. I think that this lawyer, just my opinion, my conspiracy allegedly, that this lawyer literally messaged Hulu and was like, take this video down because these are pending cases and they might sign to not be in these documentary signs. Or I already have documentation that they don't want to be in this film anymore because we settled over here. If that's the case, if you see the whole movie as a timeline, they can just pick out those people's interviews and then piece it together with a voiceover or something else or someone talking about it. So you just won't have that hard proof of the people that were there. But we can talk about it with those news articles because it's out there. And what's so interesting, just to shed more light on that documentary for those who missed it, it was a lot of Houston reporters that were sitting down talking about it. It was a lot of Houston news outlets that were in it, like almost like a collaborated effort. It was a lot of ABC 13 affiliates were in there. I think Pujalodia was in there, just to name one that I know off the top of my head. There's a lot of really great people there, and they talked about how they didn't really know. Like, they were at the event, and then the next day they found out that all this had happened. Maybe because of the position that they were put. And I think, honestly, like, don't feel bad, right? Because it wasn't like a Fire Festival type quality of a documentary, right? Would you say that? Because I have people here in the studio audience that seen it too, right? It wasn't like, it was good, but it felt kind of like
low budget,
very low budget documentary. I mean, girl, it was low budget. The house, it was very low. It wasn't like, girl, you know what I'm talking about? Like, even like this camera quality is better than the one that they had in that video. I think it was like an hour long. I think it's about an hour long video. And when I remember watching it, and I was like, I feel like I'm watching a YouTube video. I feel like I'm watching a documentary that somebody pieced together on YouTube and threw it up there. The only thing that set it apart is they did have people. Oh my God! Like one of the fathers of the children that passed away were there. They had people who had lost their children were interviewed, and I just kind of felt like, wow. This is really good because they had the hard proof, the hard evidence. It wasn't all like my opinion, and it wasn't none of that like, well, I don't know, because straddling the fence. It wasn't one of those videos where like there's YouTubers who like don't ever pick a side and kind of just like straddle the fence a little bit. They don't want to make anyone angry. No, this video showed
like closure for the people that weren't there.
It showed a lot of closure, and it showed the people crying. And that's what made me cry. It made me feel so sad, and it made me feel so vulnerable, and I was like angry and upset. And that's when I was thinking, this is not going to be a good look for Travis Scott. But this attorney, I think he could turn the tides. And it just proves that if you have a really good lawyer, you can probably get away with a lot. It's interesting here. And I'm just going to read, this is from the Houston Chronicle. They put this lawyer on blast saying Travis Scott hired high-powered celebrity attorney Daniel Petrocelli in Astroworld cases, saying that Travis Scott has hired a prominent Los Angeles lawyer in the wake of a deadly Astroworld Festival concert, is offering to pay funeral costs for those who died at the November 5th show in Houston. It happened November 5th, so we're like about 3 to 4 days away from it being like a month. Wow. Time flew by quick. Are you serious? I can't believe it's that quick. More than 3 weeks after the concert at Energy Park, the article states, Scott and other defendants faced some 120 civil wrongful death, personal injury, and, promises liability lawsuits. Petrosilli, 68, head of litigation for global corporate law firm. And here's the law firm that he works at. So a lot of you are going to want to know in the comments down below. It's O. Melveni and Myers, is known for representing high-profile clients and reportedly charges $1,500 an hour. Okay, so that's the information. Have it like up to date as of right now. So keep it locked in. Leave a like, leave a comment. I will be reading your comments. Let me know what you think about all this drama in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. I love you so much.